So let's take a look. Okay. Class, please off your mic, okay, so that no more disturbance. Okay, let's take a look. So in the previous lesson, okay, we are talking about, once we talk about the bodhisattva, there are numerous ways, to enter to the great vehicle, okay. So basically, there was a few ways. Okay, for example, okay, you can enter to the great vehicle through human, through deva, okay, and maybe through and also through Shravaka. They got numerous ways. So we have to understand each way how the difference what's the difference between the ways to enter to the to the great vehicle. So remember that why we wish to enter to the great vehicle, because according to the author, that is the Buddha wishes, a wish for so that all the living beings attain the Buddhahood finally. Okay, so let's take a look. So in the previous lesson, we are entering through the Shravaka vehicle. So you see, for who haven't attained enlightenment, as well as some who have already attained enlightenment, then they turn their mind to the Buddhahood. So no matter you are arahant or not arahant, you are still able to turn your mind. So again, I wish to clarify that this perception might not be agreed by Theravada. So just bear in mind. Okay. And next, let's take a look. Is how Bodhisattva this hidden inside but appears to be Shravaka. Yeah, there is a possibility for this. So now we go to the entering through the divine vehicle. Yes, Elena, can you please read it out?
Entering through the divine vehicle. Those who follow the deeds of the divine vehicle to enter the Buddha way fall into two groups. The first consists of cultivators of the Pure Land who single-mindedly want to be reborn in the divine Pure Land and then gradually practice the Buddha way there. Among this, according to the Guanyintang Cheras, the Sutra on Contemplation of Amitayus Buddha, some with a superior grade and sharp capacity have already resolved to attain Bodhi, have read and recited the Great Vehicle Sutras, and have understood the empty nature of things. Soon after they reach the Pure Land, therefore they are able to completely realize birthlessness and return to this world to practice Bodhisattva way. The second group comprises of esoteric practitioners who emphasize cultivating the divine body of the realm of desire, have the Vajra Yaksa as their object of worship, practice to become immortals with magical words, and then stay in the world for a long time to practice the Buddha way. Although they are of very poor wisdom, the teaching that form exists is also included in order to accommodate their desire. There are some who specifically cultivate the essence and energy of the physical body as the main work. Those who do so with sharp capacity are in accord with the Bodhi mind, using great compassion as their foundation and having skillful means to reach the ultimate. Both groups that relying on the divine vehicle emphasize yoga or samadhi. Meditation is the special characteristic of the deeds of this vehicle. To include all, however, beginners can do verbal recitation, just reciting the mantras and invoking the names.
Thank you so much. Okay. Let's try to digest. Mic, please. Okay. Okay, class, now we talk about entering the great vehicle through the divine. So there's a two group. One is the Western the Pure Land group. Second is the exoteric, meaning to say is the Tibetan Buddhism. Okay, more on the mantra chanting. So the first is the Pure Land. Basically, I think this is very common and popular. And there are the differences between the Pure Land we met nowadays and which is stated in our sutra. You see a class, just now what Lena read is about that. You need to say, if you are the Pure Land, you must, according to the Pure Land, when you're born to the Western Pure Land, and you will cultivate until to the stage that which is irreversible. Okay, meaning to say that you won't retrogress anymore. Then you come back again. Okay, and according to the Pure Land, when you reach there through the body mind. Meaning to say that you wish to attain the Buddhahood, but you choose the Pure Land way. So what's the difference is first, basically, the Pure Land method now, why it is so common and popular, the reason is it has been simplified. You see, you remember, if you go to join the ceremony, you can see a big crowd, mostly auntie and uncle. They are not highly educated. So basically, people will just tell them, oh, you just chant the name, then you reborn there, that is fine already. So for this group of people, they won't ask further, so they just follow and do. And some are able to attain some joy, and the moment before they die, it seems that they really can reborn to the Pure Land, maybe with some favorable features at the moment of death. But basically, if you wish, to attain to the Buddhahood through the Pure Land, it's not that simple. First of all, you have to make vow, the body mind. Do you think, okay, most of them, I think they do not really understand body mind. But Dharma talk, I think usually they will be educated through the Dharma talk. But how many percent understand, we don't know. So that is the difference between the reality and what is the prerequisite. There is a gap there. But the way I see it, if you choose Western Pure Land, I think for maybe Mr. Leong or Elena, I think you will thoroughly understand the deep meaning behind of the method. That will be different already. So do you get it? So this is the first one, through the Pure Land method. Then the second is through exoteric practice. Exoteric practice meaning to say that you do some mantra chanting, okay? Then you will do some yoga, okay? And also emphasize on samadhi. Okay, so basically this is more about the Tibetan Buddhism. As I know, not all Buddhism, not all Tibetan Buddhists, they are so enthusiastically aimed for Western Pure Land. Not that really, because the way we see, they prefer chant Om Mani Padme Hum, and we notice that they are some of them, they might prefer their meditation method have been combined, okay, with some yoga, chakra, energy, and also from Taoism also. Some they aim for what? The way I see it, one thing is very common is they aim for the rainbow body. So let me show you the rainbow body. Once you are able to attain to the rainbow body, meaning to say that you attain the eternal peace already. They call it as eternality already. So this is the rainbow body. Let me show you first. Okay, class, there's a few symptoms appeared in the rainbow body. Okay, some, they try to take the photograph, they will see just a light only. Okay, this we call it as a transformation of the rainbow light. And then some, they may be, okay, during the moment they pass away, we will see some rainbow maybe on the sky, okay? And then some will happen that, you see, maybe the body start to shrinking, you see. This is a human class, but the body shrink until to just one tapa only, you see. Class, this is a one kappa, you know, meaning to say a person with a 5 or 6 feet shrink until the one kappa only. Okay, basically, the hair and nail keep on growing, but the whole body is shrinking. So that is the attainment. We call it as a rainbow-like body in the Tibetan Buddhism. For certain very high monk. Okay, some layman also does attain this type of the level. Okay, so not all for Western Pure Land, okay, but all meant to use these ways to return to the purity and aim for the Buddhahood. Okay, so that is something quite special. I mean, what they try to attain is, according to the author, first they do mantra chanting. Okay, second they will contemplate the chakras. Their meditation involves the chakras and also the meridians, especially 3 nadi. One is a middle nadi. Let's take a look. That is what they involve. Okay, I want to show you further this. Okay, let's see. Middle nadi. Middle nadi. Let's take a look. There's a 3 nadi. One is a moon nadi, one is a sun nadi. Okay, so we call it as Pingala nadi is a sun nadi, Susuma nadi is the middle nadi, and the Ida nadi is the right moon nadi. Let's take a look. So basically, Tibetan Buddhism absorbed a lot of elements from the yoga tradition. So they absorb all this. And besides, they absorb some of the theory from the Taoism. So basically, for Tibetan Buddhism, is quite different with the Theravada Buddhism. They will involve some Qigong inside from their method of the meditation. And they will involve some mantra chanting also. And also besides the nadi. Okay, so that is for the Tibetan Buddhism. Any questions? Any questions? So far, I think Mr. Leong, you aim for Western Pure Land, right? Have you changed your harbor, Mr. Leong? On the mic, please. Okay. Oh, they are frozen already. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
What is? Please repeat.
No, I mean, okay, Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, are you still aiming? Are you still aim for Western Pure Land for Buddhahood, or you have changed your harbor already?
Western Pure Land.
Oh, okay, you don't aim for Theravada. I mean, don't aim for Nibbana anymore, right?
Actually, to me, it's the same destination, but only the different path. That's all.
Oh, actually, it's a difference. According to the way to Buddhahood, there is a difference actually. Because I mean, their mind is a different already. One is a body mind. Okay, and the other one is not the body mind. One is more for self-enlightenment. Another one, Buddhahood, meaning to say you want the other people and you all together become Buddha. That's a different. You can't interpret in your own way. There is the way. There is the definition according to the sutra and commentary already. You have to follow. Okay, you have to choose either one. They are different. Okay. Okay, well, I think Elena Sally is still in hesitation, right? Haven't finished study yet, so you still want to think about that. Okay, then one might take your time for deliberation. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, so you understand regards this already, the Tibetan. Now we'll go to, let me check what point have I missed out. You see, one is okay. Pure Land. It talk about okay. This is the Guan Wuliang Shou Jing, the Sutra on the Contemplation of Amitabha's Buddha. Class are basically in Western Pure Land. There are three major sutra. One is for sure Amitabha Jing. One is for sure Guan Wuliang Shou Jing. This one for sure Guan Wuliang Shou Jing is the larger volume, with the big volume. All right, it's the big volume. And one more is the Guan for sure Wuliang Shou Jing. Sorry, this is a Guan Wuliang Shou Jing, meaning to say involve the contemplation of the Western Pure Land. Okay, there's another one is the Wuliang Shou Jing. That is the about the 48 vows. Okay, Elena, have you ever studied three of them before? No, but you heard about that, right? They got three. Okay, so which one you are more familiar? I think the small one, right? Also Wuliang Shou Jing, also Amitabha Jing, right?
Amitabha Jing and the Wuliang Shou Jing, I have
Gone through.
I think I've gone through, but not the Guan Wuliang Shou Jing.
Oh, but it's the Wuliang Shou Jing. It's about the 48 vows. You have gone through the 48 vows. Oh, there's a big volume, Okay.
No lah, just the what only lah, not
summary
not
How about Sally? Have you gone through three of them? No, not really. Okay. So class, basically, if you aim for Western Pure Land, this is the major sutra you have to go through. You have to specific on it. Okay. Let me check a little bit for you. Okay. So let me help you a little bit for the clarification. Elena, I think maybe Western Pure Land might be one of your choice. Am I right? It might be one of your choice, right? Okay. So let me go back to a little bit Sanskrit work so that you can see things properly. Let me check for you. Okay. For sure. Okay. Well, this version is available both in English and Chinese. Let's see. Master Xuanhua does the translation. They did the translation before. Okay, Sukhavati Yuha Sutra. Okay, class, please write it down. For sure, Amitabha Jing. You just write English. Sukhavati. Sukhavati Yuha Sutra. This is for sure Amitabha Jing. Sukhavati. Describe the Sukhavati. Okay, so let me go through all this. Okay, I want to show you the proper English and the Sanskrit. Okay. Okay, class, remember if you go through the translation from CTTB, that the translation version is from the Chinese, classical Chinese to English. Sometimes you read, why so awkward. So I think preferably if, Elena, let's say you aim for the Pure Land, so since the Sanskrit version is still available, just check for the direct translation from the Sanskrit to the English. Okay, that is, I think, better for you. So you won't feel the classical Chinese grammar inside the translation. Okay, let me check for you. Okay, Sukhavati is a purely Sukhavati. All right. Okay, then let's take a look. Yeah, it's there's a longer version of the longer Sukhavati. Sukhavati Yuha Sutra. You see, that is the longer version. That's the one is a shorter version. The longer version will be the Guan Wuliang Shou Jing. So let me confirm for you. Okay, Infinite Life Sutra, Asala Wuliang Shou Jing. Okay, Elena, yeah, that is the longer Sukhavati Yuha Sutra is the Wuliang Shou Jing. Okay, it's an infinite life sutra. English, quite direct translation. 无量寿啦哈 infinite life 哈 okay then let's take a look 哈 okay 哈 history and the translation 哈 okay we don't really go through the history 哈 let's check for you 啊 大弥陀经龙格色嘛康生会 you see there's a lot of this the name because you see why you see a lot of Chinese name especially they are the name of the translator the reason is actually Taishu Tipitaka is very precious Tipitaka which is only available I mean in Chinese only and the reason is after translation from Sanskrit text to the Chinese text all the Sanskrit text disappeared already they can't find it anymore but some partial which is available maybe in the northern part of India and basically in Sri Lanka there's still some scholars study over it Sri Lanka and also maybe some European scholar they will study over the Sanskrit because they got some expert in Sanskrit then they're able to decipher all the original texts but you don't see it in the Theravada country no more but some Japan scholar they did very well also let's take a look. So you see the Chinese. So this is a condenser. So you roughly know about the, you see, for the 8 vowels. So you just take note. Just take notes. Okay. So this is so common. I mean, the translation mainly is in Chinese. A very long time ago. Okay. Yes, the English translation. You see, you can see the land of bliss. Okay. So 3 Pure Land Sutra. Class, take a look. The 3 Pure Land Sutra. So that we see one more. We can get the clues from here. Which is Guan Wuliang Shou Jing. Way back machine. Not available. Okay. Okay. The larger. Okay. The 3 Pure Land Sutra. This one is the short one. Let's take a look. Sukhavati-yuha. Okay. English translation. The land of the bliss. Okay. So we got one more. Guan Wuliang Shou Jing. 3 Pure Land Sutra. The 3 Pure Land Sutras. Okay, we got it already here. Let's see. Okay, the shorter and the longer. Yes. Okay. Amitayu Dhyana Sutra is a contemplation sutra. You can copy it down. They got 3. One is the longer Sukhavati Yuha Sutra. One is the shorter Sukhavati Yuha Sutra. The last one is the Amitayu Dhyana Sutra. Since you see the word dhyana, meaning to say it was some contemplation. Okay. So please copy down. There are the 3 major Amitabha Sutra, Pure Land Sutra. So Elena, you can later on, okay, you can just click through the Amitayu Dhyana Sutra and see what the condense about. Actually, it's about the contemplation of the Western Pure Land, okay? And the step is so complicated. It involves about maybe less than 100 steps until you finally able to contemplate the whole Western Pure Land. It needs really some strong dhyana power. Okay, finish. Okay. So Mr. Leong, you just off your camera. If let's say the line is not that good. Are you here, Mr. Leong? Can you respond me? Just on the mic we do.
Okay, understood.
Okay, okay, got it. So just off the camera, because your Wi-Fi not that good. Okay, okay, yeah, just copy down. Okay. So finish copy, Mr. Leong, please thumb up. Let me see you. Okay, get it already. Okay. So Mr. Leong, since you already aim for Western Pure Land, so later on after the class, you can just go through it to go more deeper. But basically, Mr. Leong, with the Theravada Foundation, it helps you a lot, and you will get some proper understanding to the Pure Land Sutra, the definition. Will be far different if with your fundamental of the Theravada, if compared for those without the foundation of the Theravada, there will be different way to interpret it. Okay, okay. So Mr. Leong, you just off your camera. It's very weak. Just off your camera. That's fine. You hear me? I hear you. That will be good enough already. Okay. So this is about the Western Pure Land. Okay. Next, let's take a look. Okay, next is about the exoteric practitioner have the Vajra Yaksa as the object of worship. What does it mean, Vajra Yaksa? Okay, this is the Vajra Yaksa. Vajra Yaksa. You see, this is the Vajra Yaksa. See, most of them look fierce, right? Okay. So that is the development of the Tibetan Buddhism, because it's due to the background. They notice that one they make yaksa as a manifestation of the Buddha, and they will contemplate that. But basically, some yaksa is with a very anger face, a lustful face. So some they will critique over. They critique over this type of method. We worry that if you just every day you imagine this type of face, finally you yourself turn out as the face. So preferably you should opt for the Bodhisattva face for contemplation. Don't choose the yaksa, even though we know they are the transformation of the Buddha, but not a good choice. Okay. Okay, next let's take a look. Okay. Okay, that will be enough already. Okay. Now we go to the entering through the human vehicle. This is the most important. Okay. Sally, can you please read it out?
Entering through the human vehicle. Those relying on the deeds of the human vehicle to enter the Buddha way do so by resolving to attain Buddhi, practicing the 10 good deeds, not abandoning righteous worldly conduct, and extensively practicing right action by stabilizing their countries and benefiting people. Beginners who follow this practice and reach the level of just being a commoner in the great vehicle are actually equivalent to the virtuous and good people of the world. The original purpose of Tathagata appearing in the world to teach humankind was to enable them to realize the Buddha's knowledge and understanding. Relying on the human or bodhisattva deeds to follow the Buddha way is therefore not only benefiting to the capacities of the people of the present time, it is also the fundamental and unobstructed way to attain Buddhahood.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Leong, if you got question, you just on the mic and voice out. Okay. Okay, class, let's take a look. Okay, now it's the third way. Okay, try to attain to the Buddhahood through as a human. Class, basically, the requirement for a human to attain to the Buddhahood is abiding by the 5 precepts. So we call it it's the good conduct. Basically, you notice that all the human beings, all the people, they behave very well with the 5 precepts and the 10 favorable deeds. It seems they are all fit for being Buddhahood. I mean, they fit the requirement to become Buddhahood. According to the author, in the present time, this is the best way, for the Buddhahood. The best way through human being become the Buddhahood, according to the author. He says it's the best way. Okay. So class, maybe we can just, Mr. got problem? Yes. Okay.
Sifu, these 10 deeds, is it the 10 paramis?
Not the 10 paramis. The 10 deeds meaning to say that is no killing, no sexual, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, and no lying. No lying. They try to expand to another 4 So meaning no lying. Yeah. Expand to another 4, and no intoxication, expand to another 3, no greedy, no hatred, no stupidity. Let's make it 10.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. So these 10 deeds actually is so emphasized especially in Mahayana Sutra. The reason is no matter the Buddha is available or not, the 10 deeds is the major elements to safeguard the whole earth, If without the 10 deeds, people just can do whatever they like, it's very terrible, you see. So they say we don't no matter whether the Buddha is available or not, 10 deeds is the ethic to safeguard the whole world. Okay, so class, we understand that there's a few ways. Okay, can you quote any example that what organization emphasize that we wish to attain to Buddhahood through human? Can you quote any example in our market, our Buddhism market? You always heard that.
Sifu, for Kwansana.
For Guangshan, okay, have you heard about for Guangshan mentioned, okay, 人间佛教, human Buddhism, engaged Buddhism, right?
Engaged Buddhism, yes.
Yeah. Besides for Guangshan, what else?
There's another one is this by Palm Village Take Heart.
Take a heart, okay, why? Okay, take a heart, yeah, I think so, but I'm not that familiar. There's one more, the biggest organization throughout the world. What is it?
Suchi.
Yes. Okay, if you always heard about it, they say, oh, yeah, we emphasize on what yeah. Okay, so one more is the Chuji. Basically, why you can name them, the reason is they are all influenced by Reverend Yin Sun. They are enlightened by Reverend Yin Sun, and they notice that once you talk about entering the great vehicle through the human, you can easily to get an audience. You can easily target audience. A lot of people feel that, oh, this is more simple for them to do. So this is the reason why if you ask the member of Chiji, what's their final destination, they won't tell you that they want to go to Western Pure Land. They say next time I want to come back again and maybe stay together with their Chiji Sangren. You see or not? Do you realize why they have this type of perception is from here? Because Chiji Sangren, the Zhen Yin Sangren, her master is Yin Sun master. And Yin Sun is the author of the book. You get it? They got a relationship. So once Yin Sun try to launch this precept, quite a number of the Buddhism organizations influenced by him. And also Fa Gu Shan, do you know Fa Gu Shan? By Shen Yan Fa Shi, they also influenced by them. I think I also saw the engaged Buddhism. For engaged Buddhism, the theory of the attaining Buddhahood through the human, is a good perception for engaged Buddhism, because for Sravaka Buddhism, the images for self-enlightenment, basically, you don't see a lot of involvement in charity work. They can hardly find the theory to support them for the charity work, because you see, if you do the charity work with the Bodhi mind and without the Bodhi mind, there will be the difference, If without the Bodhi mind, you see, charity work everybody can do, even though the government also can do. So why you do the government job? The reason is because your intention is okay. Yes, Mr. Leong, you want to say something? Your turn. Okay. Mr. Leong, you want to say something? Your turn now. Okay. I think you will be frozen already. The line is quite bad from Mr. Leong. Now, Mr. Leong, you can.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now your line is good already. Yeah, you can say something. Oh, okay.
Person Yan.
Yes. Okay, the line is quite.
Jing Yan, who is Venerable Jing Yan?
Zhen Yan, yes, that's true. Yeah. Oh, your sentence is not complete because your line is quite bad. Okay. Now, once the line is good, you can repeat again. Okay. So that is the point. Okay. So from here, we'll come down, entering through the teachings. Okay. So again, Elena, your turn to read it out. Okay.
Entering through the teachings. Those who enter into the great vehicle do so either directly or indirectly. The corresponding teaching are the real teaching and the skillful teaching. Practitioners who enter into the great vehicle have always been grouped into either bodhisattva who enter directly and bodhisattva who enter indirectly. Directly entering means going directly toward the bodhisattva way. Indirectly entering means practicing other teachings first and then turn to enter the great vehicle way. Those of the two vehicles who turn toward the great vehicle, exposing the partial teaching and reviewing the whole truth, as described in the Lotus Sutra, are examples of indirect entrance. The teachings that correspond with the direct and indirect entrances are the real teaching and skillful teaching respectively. Why did not the Buddha teach the great vehicle way directly and explain the Buddha vehicle to all sentient beings instead of imparting the skillful teachings? The Buddha's skillful teaching is extraordinarily significant. Without it, many sentient beings would be unable to enter the Buddha way. For example, in their practice directed towards realization, practitioners of the small vehicle discovered that there were things they did not know and were unable to do so, and also that they were impure. Through this understanding, they could then accept the Buddha's teaching and be transformed by the Buddha. As well, when one attains the enlightenment of the small vehicle, birth and death are ended, and there is no longer any need to worry about the transmigration of birth and death. So the skillful teachings is the most worthy one.
Okay. Please continue. Yeah. Yes.
There are also skillful teachings in the great vehicle teachings called special skillful means or superior skillful means. Some people differ from those of the two vehicles by having a fundamental wariness of birth and death, but they still experience hindrances upon entering the great vehicle. Thus, the Buddha spoke with superior skillful means of the doctrine of the pure and happy land and the pure and happy physical body in order to transform them. This is the doctrine of using desire to hook them first and then enabling them to enter the Buddha wisdom and using happiness to attain happiness. If people can really be reborn in the happy land, they do not need to worry about regression. Through the teachings of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they can resolve to attain Bodhi and enter the Buddha way. If they can really cultivate a pure and happy physical body, a divine physical body, they can also profoundly practice superior wisdom.
Thank you so much. Off the mic, please. Okay, class, basically, in order for Buddhahood, one is a direct way, second is indirect way. Direct way is what Shakyamuni do now. According to the sutra, Shakyamuni actually spent about 3 kappa of the time eon in order to attain to the Buddhahood. I think it's very scary, right? Wow, so long ago. So it takes very long time. Okay, maybe maybe the whole earth apocalypse happen, then the earth come back again, form back again. You haven't finished the 3 Yuan Kappa. So that's the reason why you see he had to use some skills. So he said first, okay, maybe Arahant, they can transform, okay, they can make vows. Since once you attain Arahant, you no need worry for reincarnation again. So second is the Pure Land. It's the same. Once you reach the Pure Land, there will be no more regrets. So you no more worry for the regrets. Then from here, you proceed for the Buddhahood, right? So that is the what we always talk about is the skills. This is the skill we needed, because not everybody can endure the direct way. Okay. Then besides this, there's one phrase is mentioned that they use the sensual pleasure to hook to the people. Can you check it out for me? What is the references? This is very common in Mahayana. Yeah, number 15. Using desire to hook them first and enabling them to enter the Bodhi wisdom. Number 15. What sutra is this? What sutra is this?
SS1.
SS1.
Yes.
V2.
SS1
SS1 stand for what?
V2 TS14.
V2 TS14. V2 TS14 is correct.
14.
14. Okay, V2 stand for what? It is not Nikaya, I think. The abbreviation stand for what?
Vimalakiri.
Oh, Vimalakirti. Okay. Vimalakirti lah. Okay. Is this correct? Agree. Okay. So Vimalakirti is a layman, but he is a bodhisattva. Okay. But class, basically, you say use desire as a hook. It could be excuses also. So be careful. Basically, some, especially in Tibetan monk, some they will encourage yoga sex for the Buddhahood. So some they will manipulate the faith of the woman devotee, and then they try, to rape them and also to possess their accept. It happened. Okay. So this is the reason why some people quite scary with the Tibetan Buddhism without registration. You have to properly check if you go to learn from the Tibetan Buddhism, whether they are really recognizable. Okay, so that's why. And they always will use the excuse and say, oh, that is, according to the sutra, we use desire as a hook, to hook people. Okay, so you have to be careful regarding this. So it can be manipulated. For this sentence, always be manipulated. Okay, especially Marana and Vajrayana. But without this, without this, it's too direct. No people can do. So you really need some skills. Yeah, Mr. Leung, when they say something, yeah. Any question?
Yes, Sifu. Sifu, why is it the Lotus Sutra is an indirect way?
Oh, yes. Why? No answer. No answer. Because basically there's two schools. One school said there is an indirect way. Okay, indirect way meaning to say that you attain Arahant, then you make vow become the Buddha. So it is. The sutra itself stated like this. And we check out the time of the translation is about 4th century. It's a quite early sutra, Okay. Whereas about the Theravada, they say no, you can't transform. As once you attain to the Arahant, there's no way for you to transform to become Buddha. It's impossible. So Mr. Leung, no answer. We believe if you check to the history of the Buddhism, this type of the philosophy is already implanted. Maybe after Buddha Parinibbana 200 years, it's already started. In different school of in the different school of thought already, and then it start influencing the coming sutra, because Lotus Flower Sutra is found about 1st century, 0 to 100 years. It's quite early. Yeah. So no absolute answer. So Mr. Leung, you just choose whichever you like. No absolute answer.
And the other thing that the Sifu mentioned about the sex one, is it the Tantric Buddhism?
Yes, Tantric Buddhism, yoga sex. Yeah, yoga sex.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's about the Tantra. Basically, they got 4 levels of the Tantra. Okay. The yoga sect is the last. So let me check you the proper terms so you can communicate with the people. Okay, let me check it for you.
Yes, I got the Buddhism there. You might sex.
Yeah, okay. The name is this Anutaro Yoga Tantra. You please copy down. The yoga sex is available in this is in this tantric text. Yeah, this Anutara Yoga Tantra. Anutara. Anutara mean what? Means you cannot surpass. It's the highest. Yeah, basically, if you're a Tibetan monk, you because in Buddhism, you talk about Tibetan monk, so people immediately think, oh, Anutara yoga sex. Am I right? People immediately think of that. Oh, do you do yoga sex or not? Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, okay. Nowadays, okay. According to the education from a Tibetan monk, the proper way for the first 5-8 years, you have to study all. The Mahayana Sutra and the Vinaya. Okay. To become to ordain as a bhikkhu. So after 5 to 8 years complete, then they go through the tantric, tantric text. So tantric text got 4 levels. So the last one is that will be, yoga sex is in this Anuttara yoga. Basically, if you ask a Tibetan monk, they will say that, oh, it is available in their sutra, okay, but they don't practice anymore. Okay, why it happened? We believe that there is the mixture between the yoga sects in yogaism, in the Hinduism, already integrate together with the sutra, because a Tibetan text is the latest version of the Buddhism text and already integrate. A lot elements have been integrated together with the Hinduism. So yoga sect is partial of it. Okay, so next, let's take a look. So note that. So if you like, if you got question of class with this terminology, you can just further read about this. Because this topic basically is the most interesting topic for most of the beginner. Oh, yoga sex, they'll go deep because they're quite curious. How come this thing will become, you can enlighten through the yoga sex? Yeah, Mr. Leung, any questions?
Yes, in Tibetan Buddhism, there is also one sect where they like Lok Thong one, Sifu.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's common for all of the school, especially to try to predict something. Especially, they go to choose, they try to find out their little Buddha. So Lok Thong is necessary. Mr. Leung, basically, is common for all of them. They will use this Lok Thong, the skills. Okay, I can show you the picture. Basically,
People, but not in Theravada, they don't believe this.
Yeah. Because Tibetan Buddhism, they already mixed together with some. The local. The local belief. Local belief. It's the same. Once Buddhism go to the China, they will integrate with some local faith so that it will be attractive to the local. Am I right? So you will notice that Theravada, Chinese Buddhism, and the Tibetan Buddhism, they're all with their own unique features. You see, it's just because they have to be like that. Okay. Mr. Leung talk about the tutor. Is this? Let me show you. Yeah, Mr. Leong, is this what you mentioned, right? By this type of wedding or this type of custom, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay. This is one of the dance, they call it as a Vajra dance, okay. But once they involve some, how to say, the medium, they will come. Mr. Leong, not all medium is bad, not all. Sometimes we need their guidance, especially to look for little Buddha. Theravada, what I see in Thailand, some partial of the Buddhism, they also involved with this type of a medium. They involved with the trance, okay. But basically, I don't know why. If whatever school involve the trance, they will be criticized by the authentic. Basically, the authentic one is the scholar. It's the scholar one. The scholar, they are the mainstream, so they call themselves as authentic, and they're used to critique if the school involved with the trance. For example, do you know or not? In Christian, they got one school they call it tongue speech. So they will be possessed by the holy angel. Then they'll start to tongue speak like that. Have you heard about that? You all don't know. you should explore. If Elena, if once you retire, you're too free and nothing to do, you should look for it. Yeah, you can notice that. It's better you go to travel to Egypt, because you notice, whatever school, whatever teaching, there's sure with God, involve the medium one. But basically, they all criticize, and there's a contradict. Once they need help, they go to look for them. When they don't need the help, they go to bombard them. Am I right? Same. In our Mahayana also, some school involve this. Tibetan also got. The Theravada also got Mr. Leong. Basically, you are more exposed to the meditation and the Dharma teaching. Okay, so you don't know there got school. Basically, if you're going to all this, you got the chums, you have to look for them to help. Am I right? Or the problem couldn't solve by way to Buddhahood and meditation cannot. You have to look for the guy who knows mantra very well to help you the problem. Yeah, Elena, yes.
They
Sifu,
Elena,
Mr. Leong.
Elena, speak first, Elena.
Theravada, they only chant the mantra, like especially the Ratana Sutra.
Yeah, Mr. Leong, basically that alone is not strong enough to settle all the trouble, you see. So if you need a stronger people, you have to look for the strong Theravada monk. Okay, they are more on this side. They got their own mantra, they got their own way. Basically, the meditative monk and the Dharma teaching monk, they know a little bit, not very strong. If they cannot communicate with the VenKaixin, how can they settle the issue? Not all can, the way I see that. Yeah, Elena, your turn.
Sifu, I heard there's one sutra mantra, I don't know, they call it peacock, don't know what. It's a very strong one to ward off all these 中光头 and all those things, right?
Yeah. Why? Because peacock able to take, so the peacock meaning to say the peacock are able to try to, how to say, he can maybe, all the poison able to, how to say, dissolve it. So let me show you, since Elena you asked, this is the mantra about the peacock. 孔雀明王经孔雀奇语穴孔。Elena, this is the mantra. This is what you mentioned, right? Elena, see? Right? The Bodhisattva on the peacock. It is correct. Okay. So you see, this is the mantra, the relevant mantra. Okay. This is the name of the mantra. You see, Om Moyula, Om Moyula Chilanti Swaha. That is the mantra. Okay, so let me give you the proper names, so you can search it later on. 孔雀明王，yeah, this is the mantra. No, okay, the first one, yeah, Maha Mayuri Vidya Raja. Yeah, Elena, you better copy it down, since you're interested in this. This is the Sanskrit version of the mantra, Maha Mayuri Vidya Rajan. Elena, do you know peacock can easily eat snakes? Do you know that? All snakes, they're frightened for peacock.
Yes, all snakes are frightened of peacock and mongoose.
Peacock and mongoose. Okay. So finish. Let's see. Got English for you or not? Let me see. Okay. So Elena, Maha Mayura Vidya Rajin, 廣東我哋叫做孔雀明王。Is it name already lah? So you can just, if you want to communicate with the people, you prefer use this. Okay. So you see, Elena, since you mingle with the Mahayana, so whatever you learn, is half only. So you see, there's one with the peacock. You can't tell the whole thing. You see why? Because you can just partially understand only. That's why I prefer go back to the original text and English version for you all. So you learn the whole thing. My long to do alamak. Okay. So I think enough for this. Okay. Then next, let's continue. Okay. So this is the skill. Yeah, and yes, yeah, Mr. Leong, any questions? Yes, please. Mr. Leong, you are frozen already. Okay. Even the sound also frozen.
Yeah. Yes. Frozen. Sifu.
Yes. You are unfrozen.
Yes. Sifu. Sifu, there's one fire mantra they chant.
Fire mantra regards what?
I also don't know what, because they say also it's a very powerful
no,
mantra.
You have to tell me more thing. If you want me to fight for you, you have to tell me more thing.
Because this is not very commonly recited, only on special occasion only.
Regards what? Regards the fire.
They're using the power of the fire. That's called the fire mantra.
Is this the offer to the fire god?
No, don't know lah, Sifu. That's why I'm asking you.
Your information is not enough for me to process. Alamak, you get more clue for me. At least like Ilana said, involve the peacock. Then easy for me to relate, you see. He said the powerful, then I know. Yeah, Mr. Lee?
Is it the fire puja?
Fire puja, is this?
Is it fire puja?
Something related to it, yeah.
Okay, I can look for you. Fire puja so we try to, okay, fire puja, I can find it for you. Okay. 火供
I think this one is the Puji one. Same from Puji.
Puji, yeah, Puji lah. Yes, we correct, sir. Yeah, the real name is who more. I find you the proper words. Okay, yes. Homa. Homa is the proper words. Homa. Yeah, Homa. It's a fire offering. So Mr. Leong, please copy down. It's originated from the Veda Sutra from the Brahmanism. Buddhism absorbed the Homa and make it become a partial of the Buddhism. If you go to Japan, it's very common. Homa.
Sifu, I think this one in Kachara, they have it.
Good. Yeah, sure. Homa, huh?
Kachara,
Yeah.
they have this.
Is this what you say, Mr. Leong? Do you see the picture? The right side, Mr. Leong, do you see the picture I show you?
Yes.
Yeah, this we call it Homa, lah, huh? Fire puja or fire offering. Lah, huh? So they will.
What is the meaning of Agni?
Oh, Agni. Agni means the fire. Lah. Agni means the fire, Agni. Huh?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Let me check. It's the god of fire. Now, this is the Agni, huh? The god of fire. Huh? English, Agni. Sanskrit means fire. Yeah, fire. Lah, huh? Agni means the fire. Lah, huh? Okay, huh? Just the fire only. Lah, huh? Okay, so let's go back to the original text. It's about the skillful. Huh? If people can really reborn the happy pure land, they do not worry to the retrogress. Okay, so we go for one more paragraph. Let's check. So we got one more paragraph. Okay, yes, Mr. Leong, try to read it out and test for your line. Therefore, don't on the camera. Yeah, just read it out. Okay.
Therefore, although the Buddha's original intention for appearing in the world was to teach human beings to go from the human vehicle to the Buddha way, that is, for humans to become Buddhas, he had to use skillful methods. For those who were fundamentally disgusted with suffering, he taught the deeds of the Sravaka and the indirect entrance into the great vehicle. Such people, for the most part, had superior wisdom and were inclined towards self-reliance. For those who fundamentally desire pleasure, he taught the divine deeds as the entrance to the great vehicle. Such people had superior faithful vows and were inclined to rely on external help. The Tathagata opened the gates of both the skillful teaching and the real teaching so as to enable all sentient beings to turn towards the Buddha way.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I think the diagram below show everything already. So we got a direct entrance and an indirect entrance. Direct entrance meaning to say that directly rely on the human vehicle to enter to the Buddhahood. Okay, so that is the direct way. The indirect way, one is through the Sravaka, another is through the divine. Okay, so for those from the divine, no matter which one method, finally you must be possessed the wisdom, the faith. No, the wealth, not the faith, the faithful wealth and the compassion. So you attain to the Buddhahood. Okay, so in the next lesson we talk about the Buddha's nature.